Hello, and finally I'm getting round to editing some of my old videos. So let's strap in to our virtual DeLorean because we are going back in time. Was that funky enough? This is a business trip that I did at the beginning of 2022. I had to go out to Stockholm in Sweden. I was out there for a couple of days. Mainly I was there for work, but I did get the work finished quite early, which meant that I had a day in Stockholm to have a little look around. Now, I've done this before with the present Mrs. Camsell, and we've been to the ABBA Museum, and we had also been to the Vasa Museum, which are the two real big ticket items there. In that order as well. God, I love ABBA. What I wanted to do is try something a little bit different. So this is my trip to Stockholm and what I did while I was there. So that's me done for today. Going to have a little explore around Stockholm now. One thing I did notice this morning, I came out of my hotel and it was what I would describe as a soft southerner, as jolly parky. Came out, I've got my hat, my coat, all my gloves on and everything. There's like people just milling about in mini skirts. And that's just the men. Everybody's like looking at me like, well, what's the matter with you? This is shorts weather, mate. Except obviously in Swedish. So just to let you know where I am, even though this isn't going to be in the vlog, behind me there is the Vasa Museum. There was a ship that sank in Stockholm harbour many years ago. They found it, they raised it, and it's in a big museum there. There are some pictures on my Facebook page of that because I went there with Claire. Now, next to that is the ABBA Museum, which also we've been to, so I won't be going to that again. That is an awesome hoot. If you're ever in Stockholm, absolutely you must do the ABBA Museum. The other thing that you can just see in the background there with the towers, that is one of the Tivoli pleasure grounds. The main Tivoli pleasure ground is in Copenhagen, which we've been to. Probably not going to go to that one now. 52-year-old man going to an amusement park by himself. That doesn't smack of creepy at all, does it? Seeing that boat go past, thinking about maybe just having a little trip on the water as well. I have returned to my hotel room to pop on some slightly more waterproof shoes because although it's not raining here in Stockholm, I am about to do something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. I'm going on an Amphibious tour. In London, they have these duck tours where you get in an amphibious vehicle, they drive around the streets, then they pop you into the Thames, off you go. They're pretty expensive. It's about 24 quid a person. So if you're there with a family of 4, 100 quid for a duck tour is a lot. But I'm here on my Todd. And I'm really bored. So, yeah, I'm going on this duck tour. I'm really looking forward to it. Here, unlike London, where it's the Thames, this is actually the sea. Now, it doesn't look too choppy today, but it certainly is tidal, and it's very much sort of at the mercy of the wind and stuff. So hopefully it'll be all right when we're in the water. I don't really get seasick unless it's really, really bad. But, yeah, quite looking forward to this. I used an awesome app called Get Your Guide to book this Amphibious tour. You get a ticket on your mobile phone, which you show to the tour people, and then that's it. It's all done. The Amphibious tour is awesome fun. You pick it up in the middle of Stockholm, starts on land. You go through the streets. There is commentary along the way. It's predominantly English, but there is some Swedish as well. About halfway through, you go crashing down into the water. It's all very dramatic, and the driver gets up and takes a bow, and then you continue the tour on the water. come out fairly obviously and you drive back via a different route, and I think the whole tour lasted, it was about an hour and a half all told. It was really excellent value for money. I've been looking forward to doing one of these for a long time, and I really enjoyed it, so I can highly recommend it. So I've been on the Amphibious tour now, and I have to say it was awesome fun right up until the point we got into the water. I mean, that bit was fun, but after we got into the water, I was asked if I could move over to the other side of the boat because I was causing some balance problems. Now, I know I've got a few pounds to lose here, but listing an entire amphibious vehicle over to one side? That's just rude. This is the Swedish Parliament building. Apparently you can find Greta Thunberg on Friday. She was here yesterday, apparently. Not today, Zerg. Obviously has Saturday off. When I'm working away, I don't really like going and eating by myself. I tend to hide myself away. But because I knew that this was probably going to be my last trip to Stockholm for quite some time, I wanted to find something very traditionally Swedish to eat. Having been to IKEA on several occasions, I know, of course, that that's Meatballs. I found this restaurant. It was really funky. I was way too old to be there and not hip enough. But that said, it was really awesome food. They've got all different types of meatballs, ranging from chicken, reindeer. Pretty sure there's a vegetarian option as well. But, you know, if you are vegan, vegetarian, it's not the kind of restaurant that you're going to want to go to because it is predominantly Meatballs, hence in the name. It is a really good fun place, and honestly, if you are in Stockholm, it's not expensive to eat there either. I would really recommend it. It's excellent food, like I say, incredibly funky atmosphere, and really good value too. If you are thinking about taking a trip to Stockholm, it is quite an expensive place. Most Scandinavian places are. One of the things which is particularly expensive is alcohol. Now, I don't drink, so it doesn't particularly affect me. But if you like a glass of wine with your meal, or you like a beer or two, then you're going to be paying quite a lot to have a drink in. It's the same in most Scandinavian countries, but definitely in Sweden. If you are thinking about going to Sweden and visiting Stockholm, honestly, it's one of the loveliest cities I've been to, and I can't recommend it enough. Thanks for watching my videos. If you can hit that subscribe button, then that always helps. Appreciate your support of the channel. I will hopefully get through some of my other legacy videos and catch you again soon. Cheers for now.